Okay, my good people. Welcome back once again. I'm your host, James, aka Assassin. Today we're gonna have more stories from people that have had paranormal experiences. Alright. And I'm not gonna do too much talking. But if you new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And also, if you want your paranormal experiences or supernatural experiences to be featured on the YouTube page, all you have to do is email your experience with your name. If you want to remain anonymous, that's fine too. All you have to do is email me at paranormallegendssociety@gmail.com. I repeat, that's paranormallegendssociety@gmail.com. Everybody who submits a story will be featured on the page, and I will give you a shout out unless you decide to remain anonymous. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, the first story we have is from Smootsticles. I guess that's how you say that. And pretty much here it go. So, back when I was 14, my town had an abandoned nursing home that my friends and I loved to mess around and smoke in. We were always aware of the eerie feeling, but didn't mind it. The way inside the building was through a broken window on the first floor that entered what would be a patient's room. We got our bowl packed, and for whatever reason, I wanted to close the door to the room. Now I understand that a gust of wind can pull the door shut, but these doors were pretty heavy, and since the building was so old, it required some force to close it. Now, when I tell you this door got ripped out of my hands and slammed shut, I mean it. I remember turning around and screaming and seeing my friend just head dive first out the window. Oh, he said that wrong. Head first dive out the window. It's a typo. It's alright. It's funny looking back on it, but I still remember that feeling of being genuinely terrified. We've also had things from the third story in the stairwell that just get thrown down the shaft. Vases, rolls of toilet paper, that never spooked us too much. So rather than running, we would investigate, and we never saw or heard anyone. The nursing home was burnt down by a kid in my grade at that time. Well, first and foremost, I appreciate you sharing that with me. So my thoughts on that. Now, nursing homes, I actually used to work in a nursing home. I was a PCA. So, nursing homes, naturally, I mean, you have so much death. It's so much energy that's in that place. And for a lot of the patients, it's almost like the family has forgotten them. So once they transition, once they pass on, a whole lot of them can't leave that spot. A whole lot of them doesn't have a desire to. And then also what you have to remember is sometimes people don't even know they're dead. They will continue their daily routine as if they're still alive, and literally in their head, they really believe that they're still alive. And they always be so confused as to why nobody is acknowledging them or why nobody really responds to them, because in certain cases we can hear them, most cases we can't, but yeah, so yeah, nursing homes is definitely something that you have to watch out for. Now with the door slamming shut, now that's a sign that it's definitely, whatever is there, it definitely has some energy, it has some power. Okay, so tread lightly, and I tell people this all the time. Tread lightly when you're dealing with poltergeist activity, because you really never know how malicious that spirit is. So definitely, always be careful with that, no matter what. All right, let's see what we got up next. Now here's one. Ash RSD Grave. Now this is a pretty short one, but let's go ahead and get into it. At the end of my road is a cemetery. Walked my dog by there for years and never had an experience. About a month ago, I was parked outside of his gates and I heard loud footsteps running towards the car. About a week ago, I walked my dog by there again and took a Snapchat video of my dog for my partner. In the video, there's a voice of a man saying, "Thank you." It sent chills up my spine. First and foremost, I want to thank you for sharing that, of course. And what that is it's a EVP, which is a electronic voice phenomenon, right? And a whole lot of times when spirits communicate with us, we can't hear their voices majority of the time because it's on a lower frequency than the human ear can really pick up. Now sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes depending on the energy level of that spirit, it can vocalize and you can really hear it. But majority of the time, it's always going to be picked up on digital recorders, you know what I'm saying, camera devices, phones, etc. So yeah, I remember how I felt when I was reviewing evidence and I caught my very first EVP. When I tell you, I had the same reaction. I even listened to it over and over just to make sure that I wasn't tripping. But yeah, it's definitely one of those experiences, man, that you will always remember forever. All right, the next one is from Mac Tom Tom. That's a crazy name. All right, here we go. I was living with my parents after college for a few months back in 2011. They had a really creepy basement with 2 bedrooms down there. I was living in one of the rooms, lone basement with laundry and storage rooms and a living room. One day I was walking to the stairs and a penny flew out the storage room into the living room right in front of me, about 3 feet off the ground. It did a big circle on the floor and then stopped. I immediately thought someone was messing with me, but when I went in the room it flew out of and there was no one there. I was actually alone at the house. It made absolutely no sense to me. From the trajectory it flew in front of me, there was no way I could have kicked the penny on accident. My uncle had just died of cancer a few weeks prior. Maybe he was messing with me from the other side. I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah. That's definitely a possibility. Especially with the death being so recent. Yeah, he could have just been playing a little prank on you just to get you all unraveled and everything like that. But yeah, yeah, poltergeist activity is always one of those things that's definitely going to catch you off guard every single time. And trying to tell you that first experience is something serious. All right, but well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. As I stated before, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want your experiences to be featured on the channel, all you have to do is email me at paranormallegendssociety@gmail.com. I repeat, that's paranormallegendssociety@gmail.com. Until the next time, everybody stay safe, stay vigilant, stay persistent. Peace and love. Peace.